Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the War Report here on Elysium Peak. This was battle number 16, August 16th, 2025. I'm your host, Foghladha of the Goshki Tribe. We're going to jump right in. First up, some key terms. Prestige is the value of land that you own. And claim is the total amount of prestige that you earn across the course of the season. Renown is the change in your property value, whether it goes up or down when you take possession of something. And triumphs is the end of season prize money that we're all fighting for. Looking at those current events, we have Phase 5 knocking on our door. We have 4 wars left this season. 4 wars. The capital city will be available, so Daichang, Haojing, and Agolia will all be fought over. It's the final showdown, guys. 4 wars to make it count. Looking at our war summary really quick, we have 48 warring factions, 19 alliances, 119 fiefs, 46 fief changes, 44,580 total prestige. Over in Longting, there were 13,850. Total fiefs of 33. Hibernia owns 38% of that. Chillers with 26%. We Don't Read with 22%. Cohorts with 9%. And Deucevolt with 5%. Over in Osteria, 15,650 total prestige with 43 fiefs available. War Crimes has 34%. Brotherhood with 32%. We Don't Read with 19%. Only Fields with 5%. Cohorts with 5%. Over in Langyun, we have total prestige of 15,080 with 43 fiefs available. The High Council brought in 38%, Chocolate Milk with 31%, We Don't Read with 17%, Hallowed Kings with 8%, and Cohorts with 1%. Now for our first community interview of the day, we are going to jump in with T-Griff. Good evening, T-Griff. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Fog?
Doing good. It's good to see you on the board tonight. Got some properties up there in the north of Australia. How was those fights?
They were good. Had some great content up there. Got ourselves into a bit of a mess, but it was a good night. We had a lot of fun.
Those are 2 really good fiefs to own, too. Those horse nodes in Australia are unmatched. Like, I swear to God, Weavertail, Winravi, Mueller House, gold mine. That is literal gold mine. They make so much more money than they do over in Haojing, let me tell you.
Yes, sir. That was the priority, and I'm glad we got to keep them.
Cha-ching, cha-ching. I see what you're doing there. All right, so before we go too far, let's go ahead and give people a kind of an overall look on T-Griff, because you've been around for a little while. You kind of disappeared for a little while, but now you're back. And I think a lot of people might not have met you yet, so go ahead and give yourself a little introduction.
Oh, hi. I'm T Griff, Liege of Regulators. I came around at the end of season 18. Um, Enjoyed the game. Really loved playing with it. Loved the community. We've Me and my buddy Secret Keeper have a community called Regulators Gaming. We've had around since 2015. We wanted to bring it to this game, and that's what we decided to do. And it's been a great thing. I'm glad we did. We've met a lot of great people, and just love being here.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about quick questions that you can answer really quick. So, like, what is your favorite weapon?
Nadachi,
What is your favorite unit?
Queen's Knights,
What is your favorite siege weapon?
War Rockets.
What is your favorite season?
For units, it'd be Nightfall. For just in-game territory wars and playing the game, it would be season 21. It was a great season.
All right. How about them footballs? Do you like those footballs?
I haven't really tested them or played around with them. Don't really see them really played a lot, so I have no comment on them really.
Yeah, they kind of had like 30 seconds of fame before
Right,
they got
right.
nerfed. How about the Halberd Elites? Have you played with those at all?
I wish that I like to believe they could be viable. I just don't know how they fit in, especially in the meta. But I would like for them to be. I think they got good abilities.
All right. How about the Emperor's Chariot? What's your thought on that?
Delete it from the game. It doesn't make any sense to me, honestly. We're in a fight today. 7 of them hit us at one time, and it's just there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, that's a lot to deal with. You only get one Clash of Shields, and with 7 of them, you're like kind
We
of
took
stuck
3
out.
of them out, but I
Yeah.
mean, it was just a lot to deal with.
All right. So, what do you feel are the best units of this season? Like that, pick your top 3 meta units that you can't live without this season.
I would probably say Spartans, Stalwarts, and probably Shield Maidens. I like Shield Maidens are good. Maybe Lion Roar.
All right. Now, what was your most disappointing unit nerf of the season?
Honestly, I don't know. We just came back. I came back 3 weeks ago, so it'd be hard to say. I don't know the answer to that question.
Oh, good. Yeah, for me, it's definitely the foot bows. Like they were decent, and then they got nerfed in the dirt. It was so bad.
The fact they nerfed them and not the chariots, it's is wild to me.
Yeah, yeah, and how quickly they nerfed them too. That was the impressive part. Like they didn't even wait. They were just like, nope, we're gonna nerf it right now. All right. So if you could organize any CB crossover with another IP out there, what would it be? Like, what would you really love to see pop into the CB world?
Um, I don't know. Let's say Warhammer. I think
I'm with you
Warhammer would be
there.
pretty
I'm
fun.
with you there. Man, I would lose my mind if Warhammer came over here. See a bunch of chops running around. Hell yeah!
Right, right.
All right, and well, I gotta ask this. You're a serious guy, and I gotta ask serious questions. So, does pineapple belong on pizza?
I love pineapple on pizza.
Pedro, there you go. All right, had to ask. All right, let's talk about some house questions. You kind of already gave us a little overview of your house and when it was formed, and how you guys have traveled across multiple community like games. What is the atmosphere like in it? Like, if I was to join, what would the day to day be for a person in your house?
Honestly, it's pretty amazing. It's active. We always have people wanting to learn and grow and be better. Discord's pretty active through the night. We got sieges going. We got trainings going. New players are always coming in and learning. We've had a great growth of new players, and it's been a lot of fun working with them. I just love this house and the players even the players that kept it together while I was gone for 3 seasons. When first day I logged in, like 3 or 4 weeks ago, there was still 10 people online. So, very loyal house and love the people in it.
Yeah, it's always good when you feel like you walked away from something, and then you come back and it's still going. Like my favorite experience in gaming so far was when I left DOC. Literally, my ex burned the place down to the ground, and somehow one guy named Edge got his hands on the guild, and I came back for like a let's go back to DOC 10 years later kind of thing. Let's see what that's like. And literally, the moment I logged into game, he like invited me to the guild and then passed me lead again.
That's pretty
Like
sweet.
10 years later, this guy was still playing, and still it sticks to my mind. It's when you get a good community and you get good people around you. There's nothing like it, man.
For real. I mean, the leadership, Master Yoda, McRoyal, Candace Hero, all of them had been on me for seasons to come back, and they they finally won. So, but I'm glad to be back. So,
Well, it was good to see your face pop up again. All right, so talk to me about your recruiting habits. How do you guys recruit?
uh, we're pretty active with talking to people, whether seeing them in sieges or just talking to them or just inviting them. Then once we get them into the house, we do a good job of trying to get them into Discord. Once you get them into Discord, I feel like you can create good relationships and bonds with people, get them playing the game, get them interested in the game more, and that's kind of our recruiting tactic.
All right, now who's your most respected rival?
Honestly, it'd be UW. So we were formed out of UW in season 20. A lot of respect to that group. We left and created regulators, but they've gone and grown. They've done a great job. So that would be our respected rival.
All right,
They've
and
obviously got bigger than us, so
they
we'll
they are
stay
definitely
away from them for
tough.
now. Yeah.
You got a little building to do before you quite size up to them. But they're a great group of guys. I've fought them multiple times, and they are a tough fight no matter which way you look at it. Even if you got them outnumbered, they're still a tough group to fight.
Yes, sir.
All right, so tell me about your favorite moment in CB. I know we talked about it briefly off the air, but go ahead.
My favorite moment would be season 20 when NWO was created. Sorry, that'd be season 21. Us, TNC, and Odin, we did an excellent job of holding quite a bit of land, holding off, fighting yellow turbans and stuff. It was a lot of fun. We ended up getting coalitioned on, hit by 8 houses, and wiped off the map. But it was a great season, a lot of fun. We weren't good enough to hold all that land anyway, but it was fun while it lasted, and we got some great fights and content out of it.
Awesome. All right, so let's talk about what do you see out there in Australia right now? So we got a lot of really big houses fighting over land. Who's hitting Agolia? Who do you think is going to end up with it? What's the climate out there like?
Mongolia. It looks like Vanguard's probably going to hold on to it. I thought Warriors were going to give them a good fight, which I don't know what happened in there. It might have been a good fight. It would have been neat to see Warriors take it and then battle it out. I don't have any relations with either of those two houses, but I thought they got some excellent fights over there and good content. Some good houses fighting. Even what is that, Mysterious and Explicit and them fighting over there. So looks like a lot of fun going on there.
All right, so we're coming to the end of our interview here. We got to give the award. So if you're going to give an award to one player or house, who is it going to go to, and what would it be?
Yeah, took a lot of time thinking about this one. I would give it to Undying Wolves, the UW. I would call it the complete overhaul award. When we left there in season 20, they really made a complete 180 turn in the direction of that house. They merged their farmhouse cracking crew into UW. They started joining some good alliances over the past seasons, and it allowed them for better content and build. And props to Berserk and the leadership in the group over there. They keep pushing, and I'm proud to see what they've done.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, T. Grift, for joining us. I really appreciate you stepping on the show, and the moment I saw you pop online, I knew I had to invite you. So
I appreciate it.
It's good to have some of those classic members show their face.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you, Fog. Thank you.
All right, man. Thank you very much. All right, next up. All right, Zach, welcome to the show. You probably want to meet the stream if you're watching the stream. And 15 seconds later, you'll find out that we're here.
All right, there we go. How
Yep.
you doing tonight?
All right, so it's been a minute since you and I managed to chat, other than earlier today. But tell me what's going on with Durandon. What are you guys up to? You're like sandwiched between two very big alliances. Seem to be riding a Bronco right now. Tell me about life at Durandon.
Oh, it's the same kind of fun we always try to have. We put ourselves where we can get the most action during a territory war, most content, as a lot of people would say, and no shortage of fights right here. So,
all right,
plenty
so
of people coming at us.
let's go ahead and give a little overview for the people that don't know Zach Frost. Zach Frost is an amazing guy. You got to meet him. If you haven't played with him, definitely hit him up, play with him. He's a great guy, great to learn from. Go ahead and give a little rundown on when you started playing, how long you've been with Durandon, and give a little spiel about yourself.
So I started playing the game back in season 2. Was just like anybody else back then. I queued sieges, didn't have a clue what that territory war thing was, and at a certain point, got in the house, started learning that about sieges and territory wars and all that, open world combat, and then eventually in season 3, the very beginning of it, I ended up joining Durandon, where my knowledge base was vastly expanded because I found out where I was, just really didn't have a clue what they were doing.
Yeah, you probably
as far as the house,
probably got a lot of practice killing us.
oh, I mean, we did fight you guys a lot back in the day there.
Oh, yeah.
Whoever we came across, know.
Cobra Commander and the crew, man, they gave me the best education I could have ever gotten out of CB.
Oh yeah, and I mean it's an old house. Those guys were believe they got the house started in beta. I know it was pre-season 1. It was open beta, I want to say. So it's a really early house to be founded in that time frame. The original liege was a guy named Elshin, who eventually went on to be in Venomilk, and then succeeding him was Cobra Commander, who was a pretty big CB Twitch streamer for a good period of time there.
Oh yeah, and he was kind of my inspiration behind this war report. I mean, it was his shows that really kind of encouraged me to do this. When he went to the east and I was stuck on west and nobody was doing it, I'm like, well, I might as well pick up that torch and start running with it. So I owe Cobra Commander a lot, man. I mean, that guy taught me that poleaxe is a superior weapon to just about everything, and I learned what the grass tastes like a lot. But it was rough love, but I learned a lot about this game and what to do, what not to do, and kind of gave me a really kind of trial by fire type of experience. So Durandon's always kind of been one of those crews that I have utmost respect for, and now that you're leading it, when we first brought you into the Hibernia Alliance a few seasons ago, like I know a lot of people were stunned. They were like, "What the heck?" But I have to say that being allied with you guys was probably one of the best experiences I've had in CB. So that season with Secret and you is just it was remarkable. I mean, so anyone that gets a chance to play alongside you guys, I would say jump at it.
Oh yeah, I had a lot of fun playing with you guys that in Hibernia that season. Going out and trying to pick what fights we could, roaming around and you know taking care of anyone that was trying to get in the back lines and all that. A lot of fun. Easy was really easy working with you in Secret. That was truly a pleasure. Uh, I don't know if there's many times over a 20+ season span where I could say, yeah, I went to multiple meetings with the Alliance and we never once got each other's throats. So aside from the guys I'm working with right now, which we've all been, uh, for those that don't know, I tend to stay towards new players, returning players, help train people up in that kind of field. That's kind of where I thrive in. Um, I was helping a little house called Baskerville for a little while there. They merged into the Wild Hunt, so therefore I was working with Wild Hunt last season. And then this season, we're allied with Wild Hunt, and then the other group is the infamous Misfits, which is Berserkers, which is a group that Durandon as Alliance worked with in the past with a former CB Twitch streamer named Zimster as the liege. And we work really well together. It's a bunch of uh, I like to say like-minded individuals. We like making sure our guys stay active during territory war.
Yeah, I mean, Zimster is also another really good streamer. Um, if you haven't seen his channel, I would definitely look him up out there. And yeah, so let's go ahead and hit some rapid fire questions while I got you here. First up, favorite weapon,
Oh, longsword.
favorite unit,
Favorite unit right now? Oh man, I'm going to go with I still like Spartans quite a bit. Spartans right now.
all right, favorite siege weapon.
I'm a big fan of war rockets.
Yeah, it's hard to not be a fan of war rockets. Favorite season.
That one's always tough. The season that stands out the most for me, though, and everybody remembers it differently, but remember when Berserkers came out?
Yep, season 7 or
Season
6 if
7.
you're in the east.
Yep,
All right.
season 6. Yep.
Yeah, my games in their extra season.
Yep.
All right, how about them footbows? You like them?
No, not great.
I haven't met a person yet that said yes. All right, Halberd elites.
Hey, those are pretty decent. Those have got some results for us.
I kind of feel like they're kind of like the meat in the sandwich. Like you got the footbows that are just abysmal, and then you got the Emperor's chariots, which everyone hates, because they get wiped by them. And then you got the Halberd elites that are just like that forgotten cousin that nobody knows about.
Well, I actually like the chariots, but it it's hard to I understand from a new player's perspective. You have a certain amount of tools you can use to deal with something like that. But on the higher tier stage, there's quite a few counters that exist for it. It's just you have to bring those counters out and or counter it with good hero play, and that takes some. Um, if you're on a lower scale matchmaking, it may be very difficult to surmount that learning curve. But at a higher tier, I find it's nice competitive balance. Still OP, obviously, but I like where it's going.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the region of Osteria. I mean, we talked to Tigrev about kind of what he's seeing. What do you see out there? What's going on?
Well, so right now the major groups that play right now, you got War Crimes and you got Brotherhood. Um, of the two groups there, aside from Don't Read owns the capital, but we're aware of that, right? So War Crimes with believe they got Warforged and Warriors there. I don't know if they have a third right now, do they?
I do not believe so.
Yeah, well, we've worked with Warriors quite a bit in the past. That's a really strong, good group of players. Yada is an amazing person. Always like being able to hang out and talk with him. Um, the Warforged guys, they're pretty good too. So you got two pretty strong groups put together there. They have good numbers, and you can tell it by the swath of land they own there, with just a few little portions interrupted there. Overall, I would say between the two, that's going to end up being player for player the stronger group. But on the other side, a lot of people kind of sleep on those Brotherhood guys. They do have a lot of decent players, and they've got numbers to back it up. So that's where their strength comes in, is they got the force to come in behind and keep mustering those fights. So
Yeah.
it kind of equals out between those two, and our lines, we just put ourselves in the middle there, so we got a nice little content sandwich for ourselves.
So if you had to put money on it and bet on one of these three alliances taking that capital, which one do you think will end up with it?
Uh, as it stands right now, and aside from Don't Read getting really split where they just didn't have enough players in Agolia, I would say they end with Agolia. And with my experience, because in my time playing this game, I have defended Agolia. I'm not going to say it's a pretty easy defense. Some of the mechanics changed, made it a little bit more attacker friendly, but it's still overall pretty easy defense for some newer players, just to get it out there for you guys that don't get to see that content. Up on the walls where the supplies are, you see that map on Siege. If you capture one of the supplies, you gain yourself a supply on that supply point, a spawn point for your team. So as soon as you take it, your guys can start spawning up there, and that's how it's crucial plays to take the X point and then capture that part of the wall and working your way in. It's still a very difficult city to take at that point. But yeah, that's I would say Don't Read probably they hold Agolia unless their forces get spread too thin.
All right. So let's talk about the atmosphere in Duran. Go ahead and kind of tell about what it's like now, and tell what it was like before, like when you guys were all together and all of Duran was playing under one roof. What was that like?
So funny enough, well, and a lot of people on the outside don't know about this. Durandon right now is split between, we got a casual group, which is the group that is currently in Durandon. It's a bunch of returning players, new players, players that maybe weren't in houses or stuff, or knew about us in the past. People that are getting trained up right now, basically. And we're all a pretty chill group of guys. We have a lot of fun doing what we do. The in-game players, these are tough guys. These I legitimately do not like seeing them on the other side of my siege matches, and I don't want to see them on the other side of the territory war. They are exceptional players. Those guys are over in Mukru, but whenever the war is over, uh, which I don't know if you're in the Duran server or not, but you click over there and see we're all in there hanging out together again. So atmosphere, if you hop in that big chat, can be kind of rowdy at times. It's just a bunch of guys chilling, playing games, and having a good time.
That's normal. Pretty expected for the end game houses, you know. All right. So what type of players are you looking to recruit right now?
Anybody that's wanting to come in, experience the game, learn, and is looking to get some good fights in. It's very important that to me that we get players that need a good foundation of where to build themselves up at, so that they can have the tools they need to progress and be effective in the various metas in the game.
All right. Who would be your most respected rival and why?
And that one's always kind of hard because we've a lot of the rivals we've had in the past, they've changed their names or the stacks are floating around other places or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, old school days, I would say, man, they're just a lot of these guys just aren't around anymore. Uh,
It's all good. It's a tough question, especially for someone that's been around for such a long time. It's like you probably have dozens of them, and you're like, which one do I pick?
yeah, that really is the problem.
All
Funny
right.
enough, I'll say Thoys and probably we always had to respect Ming when we were fighting them when we were both equally like mid-size houses.
Yep.
So
Okay, so what's your favorite CB moment? You gotta have one. Like one moment that you just made you on the edge of your seat and you just had a blast.
uh, there's a couple of instances in this game where one of the biggest moments for Durandon. There's an island in the south called Asterianopolis, and it's our best moment followed by our worst moment. Because there were some mechanics that we didn't really understand as that region had just freshly opened. We decided to go fight the big dogs and fight the Heavenly Kingdom Alliance and then the whatever Unbroken's Alliance was called at the time for control of that island. Um, we managed to get enough to get first hit on that city, and we took it. So we had it. We won the honor race against two alliances that were always thought to be bigger and better than us, and that was one of the best moments. The worst part came when we had we had the city, and then we were like, oh, we got to figure out how to defend this now. And we had some misinformation that led to us losing it pretty easily, and then we were stuck on that island for the rest of War with Ico, just getting fielded for the rest of the time because you had to be able to take the port to get out.
Yeah. That was that. I'm glad that that's kind of changed a little bit.
Yeah, that was brutal.
That was pretty
Uh,
rough early on.
But it was for us. There was a lot of thrill there to getting that win over guys that we weren't supposed to beat. And there's tons of other moments, like we've won capitals and stuff like that. But any of the really old Durandon guys, that's like the most memorable fight we had back in the day.
All right, so let's go ahead and go to the award. If you were going to give an award to a player or house, what would it be, and who would you give it to?
Uh, Interestingly enough, I'd give it to Cobra Commander, and I would just call it like a pioneering award because a lot of the stuff that started with CB and the streaming platform and the early stages of setting things up, like the first tournaments and things like that, Cobra had a big hand in getting that stuff started. And the way he conducted himself and all that just it changed the game for one way or the other. So
I
that's
agree.
what I would say.
I absolutely agree. He was, quite the player early on in pushing the content creation club. For one, he was one of the primary ones, honestly. So it was, as I said, he inspired me to go do it. So. All right, well, Zach, thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to seeing how you end up at the end of the season. I think you're going to do fairly well, and it's going to be interesting watching that war brew out there in the Agulia Austerian region. Thank you so
Always
much for
good to
coming.
talk to you, Fog.
And I'll talk to you again soon.
Hey, man.
Next up, we have Master Eamon.
How's it going, Fog?
man? Long time no talk. It's been a minute.
It has. But it is what it is.
So-
Life's good. Life is good in Daichang.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely lively out there. Just tell me a little bit about your region. Like it's been pretty much on fire. You had Redland for like 3 weeks straight, something like that.
Yeah. The second purple season started, we sat in Renlin and we've held it the entire time. I think we lost it once, but immediately took it back. Everything to the left of us has been very calm. Everything to the right of us has been on fire.
Yeah. Yeah. It does look pretty brutal out there right now. I won't lie. I looked earlier today and like literally every single thing was flashing almost all at the same time. I was like, damn.
Yeah. We started off Renlin, didn't start well, took Ichu, went and hit a couple other villages, got chased all the way until we got to Yumi. And it's just been a nonstop bloodbath, and every single fight's 40 plus people.
All right, so I have to ask, man, are you missing Magoo?
I miss Magoo.
I think that's where I first met you. Was at Magoo. The quote-unquote promised land. I remember that. It was amazing. Yeah, I kind of miss the Borderlands, man.
One place to be the promised land.
Yep. Man, that was a fun time. All right, so let's go ahead and give you a little moment to tell people about yourself and your community.
Well, I'm Eamon. I run Death Guard. Previously Dawnhammer. Started off in the Helheim season with a buddy of mine named Crow Knight, who's taken a couple seasons off because he's off to work, and it just is what it is. We started off as a meme house, very role play, all about the Warhammer, still about the Warhammer. And slowly we developed an actual house as people started to reach out to us and bring us into the TW fold. I think we started working with a couple houses like Leviathan and stuff, and yeah. Then after that, we started working with like Noctum and Victe, and things went really good. And a couple seasons ago, we realized that the meme had gone too far, and we reformed Death Guard, and we've been taking it a lot more serious, but it's still pretty much a meme house, have fun kind of thing.
It's the best way to roll, right? So what was your first
100%.
season?
Helheim. I came out the same time as the singers.
All right. And what is your favorite weapon?
Longsword's the only weapon.
Okay. How about favorite unit?
Honestly, my favorite unit's got to be Silidars. They come in, they come out. They're so much fun, though.
Yeah, there's something about them. We call them salad bars in our group.
Silidars.
How about your favorite siege weapon?
I've always been a fan of the grape shot. There's a satisfying feeling watching someone's health bar go from 0 to 100.
Yep.
Or 100 to 0, I mean.
Yep, absolutely. And that sound, too. You're just boom. Yeah, I get you there. All right, favorite season?
My favorite season's got to be Sengoku. I really enjoyed that event they came out with for a while where you had to defend against like the waves of attackers. They took that away for some reason, and I really wish it would come back.
There's a lot of these little events that I wish would just become part of the game. Like, it's up this week. It's up next. Like, this other event's up next week. Just rotate them in. I mean, there's so much good content that they're literally hiding from us. It's like, stop hiding your content.
I don't know what that one thing is called where you pick a unit and it's kind of like TFT or like those other games where it's a chess battler. But I kind of want that to just be a permanent game mode.
Yeah. All right. How about the footballs? We got to talk about footballs. Do you like the footballs?
I've always thought it was a funny unit. I'm interested in it. I'm sad they nerfed it. I'm 100% with you. I'm sad they nerfed it because it was okay. It was in a good place.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like so sad. I was actually hoping to see those guys make their way into game because it's a very unique like kind of archer unit or crossbow unit, So it's not like any other one. So I was hoping it would be good, and it was good initially, and then they nerfed it. It's like
And it took so long to like sit them down to actually do their thing that I didn't think it was a problem.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, and when they raised the number up. That was the big thing. I liked when they had a smaller number but more firepower,
Yeah.
All right. So how about those halberd elites? The little forgotten soldiers of the season.
I don't even have a comment on them. They should just kind of stay forgotten. Unless they're going to buff them to make them valid, they should just kind of stay in the forgotten fields.
I think the halberd elites are like the wallflowers of the season. They're just
Yeah,
chilling in
that's
the back of the dance floor, just watching.
the
All right.
unpicked partner.
Now, Emperor's Chariots. I know you've got some thoughts.
So as a longsword, it doesn't hurt me that much because I can dismount them. And now that I figured out a few of the counters, like they were talking about earlier, like Orochi, for example, it's not the worst thing in the world. But I will definitely say having 10 of them in a fight is probably the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, it definitely is unfun.
Limit the amount that you can bring in a battle. That's all I ask. Or
I
make
just
it so it can be dismounted by every hero class.
yeah, it should absolutely be able to be dismounted by at least half the hero classes, but it definitely should be killable from the front with pikes. There's no way that
hell
chariot is getting through a wave of pikes. Those horses would be dead. The chariot doesn't drive itself.
So on that note, I think what would be cool is if they kind of tweak the chariot into a kamikaze unit for when it runs into pikes, it explodes and all the shrapnel runs through the units behind it. Do that. Do something like that.
That'd be entertaining. I'm still holding out hope for the sapper unit, so you never know. Could happen.
That would be sweet. Throw peasants with dynamite at them. It fixes all the problems.
There you go. Launch some orcs with catapults, right? All right, so I would ask you what IP you would want to merge into Conqueror's Blade, but I'm pretty sure I know the answer to that.
I'm not going to answer the same as the other guy.
Okay.
So I will go with Dynasty Warriors.
Okay.
Because 100% when this season started, the way the 6 was written and all of that stuff, I was fully convinced that there was going to be a Dynasty Warrior crossover, and I was real excited for it.
Well, we still got 2 weeks of the season, and they do have some new event coming up. It still says coming soon, so you never know.
Give me my Guan Yu, that's all I ask for.
Who knows, man? That'd be pretty crazy. All right, so if Death Guard was a boy band, what would you call them?
The Sick and Dying.
Oh man,
follow the theme of the Warhammer.
That sounds like an emo band for sure.
Oh hell yeah! All the screaming, all the growling, and all the hot, fucking thick-thighed goth chicks you can ask for.
There you go. There you go. All right. So, when did your house start? Was it in Conqueror's Blade, or were you a community before that? Did it transcend this game?
So, a little bit of both, because we had a friendship group that just played a bunch of games, and one by one, a couple of us started to get pulled into Conqueror's Blade by our buddy Crow Knight and Tyson. Tyson doesn't play anymore. But as we started to swarm in, it became more of our Discord becoming a Conqueror's Blade community thing, and now it's kind of a multi-gaming, like, we play everything under the sun over there. But between CB and Warhammer, those are our two major things, but it's a open playground.
All right, so I have to ask, as a Warhammer fan, what's your favorite Warhammer game ever?
Ooh, it's got to be Total War. Between Total War 1, 2, and 3, I have well over 7,500 hours, shamefully.
That's a lot of hours, man. Well, but it is a really good game, though, so I don't fault you there.
And it's been coming out for 10 years, so
yeah. All right, so let's talk about diplomacy. How do you approach diplomacy? I mean, from the looks of things, you're not too diplomatic, but
if the conversation can't be had in 30 seconds, I'm not having it. If you're not willing to text your conversation to me, I'm probably not having it.
See, guys, I lasted longer than all those people. Nice.
Oh, 100%. Like, we're not difficult. We're not very sneaky. We don't do all the conniving bullshit. If we're going to come punch you, we're going to come punch you, and you're going to watch us walk up to you and do it. Like, I've never been the kind of person who's like, oh, hey, I'll work with you, slit your throat, and walk away. Like, it's been really obvious all season we've decided that Renlin is the Holy Land. Last season, I can't remember what the city was, but that was the Holy Land. And, like, if people want to come work around us, we're perfectly happy to work with people. If people want to come work with us, we'll talk to you. But I'm not going to come an hour early and have a meeting. I'm not going to sit for 30 minutes and talk about this. Like, it's a video game. I'm going to hit this city, you're going to hit that city, and we're going to punch everything in the general region. And if that's what you want to do with us, we're in.
Sounds good, man. All right, so who's your most respected rival?
Oh, it's got to be the High Council right now, because like we sat in Renlin and they have fought us for weeks on end. It's been absolutely grueling, and like they took turns between houses to punch us in the face, and I'm surprised at how well we held. But now there's just too many of them with the Gus Bus merger and things like that we can't hold that no more. It's been super fun fighting them though, and there's been great fights.
Yeah, it's they're a fun bunch of guys. We fought them quite a bit last season, and I can tell you that it's pretty intense when you're in a homegrown fight, or the Eye Kingdom guys, which is now Eye Sparta. They're a pretty tough stack. So I was impressed that you guys lasted in Rinland as long as you did. So kudos to you on that.
And I will definitely say that out of all the like people that we fought going back and forth, the banter is fun. Like a lot of people in this game get super incredibly salty and super incredibly mad. And yeah, we talk back and forth a little bit of shit, but like it's fun. We're not holding no grudges, and if anybody's holding grudges against us, don't, because we're just having fun.
Yep, I get that. All right, so what was your favorite CB moment?
Favorite CB moment? Oh, I don't even know what to say. When they came out with the legendary longsword that I was never allowed to touch.
Which longsword was that?
The legendary skin, the
angelic one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have put so much effort and energy and money into trying to get that stupid thing, and it's the golden apple in the tree that keeps me running. Because at some point in time, I'm going to get that longsword and feel like I've got everything in the game.
Just save up all those little purple things that you do in the wardrobe thing and hope it comes into that story eventually.
That is the hope.
That's what I'm hoping for, so we'll see. All right, so...
But if I was to go off this season, we had a Renlin fight with the Eye Spartans where we went down to the very last second of the T-War, and that would have been the best fight of this season.
Those are always the best. I don't know. There's something about this game when you're fighting on a point and the clock is ticking down. Win or lose, it's like just an epic feeling when you're just trying to hold the line against all odds. And there's like trebuchets blowing up around you, and cav charging, and you're dodge rolling out of the cav, and it's just it's a chaotic mess that is just so glorious.
Brother, at the end of the fight, we literally had 3 people left. They had a full stack in there, and we had 3 bodies on point dancing.
I'm pretty sure I watched that fight, and we were all like, oh no, they're going to lose it. And then all of a sudden you kept it, and we're like, what the hell happened in there?
We were all so elated. It was nutty how excited the chat was.
I mean, we were a zone over, and like a bunch of us were watching that fight progress. We were like, how? What happened? But
just
yeah,
throwing the women, the children, and all the elderly onto point to hold for every second we could.
There you go. Give that kid some Red Bull. Stick him on there.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a chariot.
There you go. All right. So if you were going to give a house or a player an award, what would it be, and who would you give it to?
So this one I actually put a little thought into, and quite honestly, I wouldn't give it to a single entity in any way, shape, and form. I want to give it to every single player who hits that level 300 mark, sees the ceiling of what they have to compete against with all the endgame units, all the endgame doctrines, the infinite grind of time, and actually overcomes it. I want to give the credit to every single person who has tried and succeeded in the Nightmare of Conqueror's Blade. You people deserve a pat on the back, because this game is fucking hard to climb.
Absolutely. I mean, my God. I always feel bad when, like, a new guy wants to group up with me, and I'm like, no, you don't really want to group up with me. It's like, let me get on my alt. I got an alt that's about your level. Let me go on that character, because you really don't want to be grouped up with me.
Like, every new player who legitimately is able to get into a house that helps them train, that isn't a noob trap, that isn't, like... There are a few houses that I will say are small and growing and doing great. And there are a few houses that are stagnating and not helping people get better. And anybody who's able to dodge those houses and get into a house that helps you develop, you are the champions of this game. I don't care if you're level 4,000, have 5 million fucking sovereigns and every single award from every single capital. That guy who got to level 500, I have way more respect for right now, because we all started very early on and have all the units. These guys have nothing and are climbing.
Indeed.
They are the champions.
All right, well, Master Eamon, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I'm going to continue on with this here stream, and, I look forward to circling back again probably next season sometime.
Don't be a stranger, Fog. All the love to you.
You know me. I'm always around, so hit me up anytime. Thank you so much.
Will do.
All right, it's time for the economy. First up, we have some upgrades. Ming Yu went to 6, Hostile went to 3, and Hugelstat went to 3. Looking at those crumbling empires, we got none tonight. Everything stayed the level it was when we saw it last. Alright, top fiefs. There we go. Level 6s, we have Ming Yu, 9 Wall, and Link A. Level 5s, we have Yixing, Das Bulwark. Looking at those top builders. Dexter's Lab ruling the pack with 800. Warriors with 780. Eternum with 750. Goshkia with 650. Ice Spartans with 500. Atlas with 390. Durandon with 390. Gus Bus Nation with 195. Here with 195. And Vanguard with 150. Looking at those unit kits that you probably can't even craft unless you got the supplies on you. There you go. The big one to watch, we don't have any cheap gold kits, so you're going to be spending quite a bit of resources on any of those gold kits at Link A, Ming Yu, or 9 Wall. Of the purple kits, no Kriegsbrüder kits, so nothing super cheap. Longbow kit, the Vassal Longbow kit is pretty much the second cheapest kit, so over at Das Bulwark you can craft that. As for siege weapons, we still don't have any purple. We have 6 blue siege weapons: the cannon, ballista, watch air launcher, Scorpio, culverin, and mortar. No grape shots, folks. Sorry. Alright, let's go ahead and take a quick look. Last chance on these fief quests. It was a really good week. You got Linke, Segaspane, and Bergdorf with those 2 barbs for 3,300. That is killer. If you're a new player, that is what you want to try to do. You can hit up any horse node and get those barbs. Occasionally they'll come out of green or gray even. For the Elbogen down there, you'll see the coursers. If you get blue horses, you can turn those in at Elbogen for 3,000. The Genets are the easiest quests in the world to do. You get those at any horse node. And you'll get more of them than you know what to do with. You'll be throwing them away in no time. That's an easy 3,000 player XP. For top honor gains, Alter Westburg has a 1 epic artillery for 720, as does Fort Warson. You're looking for house EXP still? I don't know why you would, but if you are, Elbogen, Das Bulwark, Fort Warson, Alter Westburg, 9 Wall all have 100 regional exotics for 240 points. Alright, let's take a look at Long Ting. There's 76% free houses versus 24% Legion. 13,850 regional prosperity with 1 capital city, 4 towns, 6 forts, and 22 villages in play. Top 5 seasonal landowners included Eternum with 23,400, Moo Crew with 23,100, Dexter's Lab with 18,050, Goshkia with 15,200, Vanguard with 10,150. As for renowned builders, Goshkia leads the pack with 650, Eternum in second with 600, Dexter's Lab with 350, Order of Valor with 150, and Ming with 150. As for most prestigious strongholds, we have 9 Wall and Linke at rank 6. Top flourishing villages include Kinu and Fengyu at rank 4 apiece. Looking at the region, you can see Hibernia up top with 5,250. Then you have Chillers down in the lower division with 3,600. We Don't Read currently owns the capital over at Haojing. And then you have the cohorts sprinkling their land all about. They got the south, they got the east, they got the west. They're a little bit here and a little bit there. Then you got Midway Kings, who are hanging on for dear life at Yuzhou Pass tonight. Good fight there. Alright, taking a look at the changes. We saw Goshkia Dub with 1, Goshkia with 1, Ares with 2, Brazil with 1, Midway Kings with 1, Forbidden City with 1, and cohorts with 5. As for houses, Dexter's Lab currently owns the throne. You have regional dukes including Goshkia. Regional barons include Ares, Forbidden City, Goshkia Dub, and Longting Legion. Regional stewards include Midway Kings, Brazil, and Order of Valor. Taking a look at the race for the capital. Right now, We Don't Read owns it. Chillers and Hibernia are in a race for it. Looking at Osteria, you have 88% free houses versus 12% Legion. 15,650 regional prosperity with 1 capital city, 10 towns, 2 forts, and 30 villages in play. It is a prosperity tier of 2. Top 5 seasonal landowners include Vanguard with 28,650 acclaim, Dexter's Lab with 21,800, Warforged with 18,250, Explicit with 13,600, and Vestarius with 10,600. As for renowned builders, Dexter's Lab leads with 450, Vanguard with 300, Eternum with 150, Inferno with 150, and Explicit with 100. Top prestigious strongholds include Das Bulwark with 900 at rank 5. Top flourishing village is Bergdorf at rank 4. Taking a look at the map of Austeria, you'll see that War Crimes over there in the west owns pretty much from north to south. A few things sprinkled about, but for the most part, they've got it pretty well locked down. Brotherhood, on the other hand, on the east side, has pretty much most of the east side north to south. Then we have Only Fields, who decided to set up and make a picnic right in the middle of the two. Down there at Drywalder, they're just chilling, fighting everybody. Then you got the Cohorts, who have a few establishments left. They're still hanging on to the old faithful Westweg. And then Defiance, with Schiffelbetten and Hotchweg. Nice play there. Then New World Order, chilling, making some money up there at the Wienerrabi and Mueller House. Then 187th, I believe they are over at Mashofen, I think. I'm pretty sure they're over there. Richlag. I don't know why that color will not show. I need to figure that out. 150 points there. Alright, let's go ahead and flip on over to the battles. We have Durandon gaining 2, Warriors with 4, the Wild Hunt with 1, Robber Barons with 1, Explicit with 3, Homicide with 1, Vela with 1, Regulators with 1, and Vestarius with 2. Looking at the houses of Austeria, currently Vanguard sits upon the throne. Regional Dukes include Warforged. Regional Barons include Explicit, Vestarius, and Warriors. Regional Stewards include the Austerian Legion, Durandon, Regulators, the Wild Hunt, Vela, Homicide, and Robber Barons. Taking a look at for the race for that cap, where you got War Crimes and Brotherhood versus We Don't Read. Next up, we're going to jump on over to Liangyun. This is the main region. Tonight was the opening night for the final showdown, and what we like to refer to as the positioning round. So 98% free houses versus 2% Legion. 15,080 regional prosperity with 11 towns, 1 fort, and 31 villages. It is a prosperity tier of 2. Looking at the top 5 seasonal landowners, Warriors has 18,135, Ice Spartans with 15,665, Undying Wolves with 15,210, Homegrown with 13,845, and Forbidden City with 10,335. Top renowned builders include Warriors with 780, Ice Spartans with 650, Durandon with 390, Atlas with 390, Hero with 195. Looking at the most prestigious stronghold, it is Mingyu at rank 6. Top flourishing village is Mari, Luxing, and Heng, all of which are rank 2. Looking at our war map, this is a war map that I didn't expect to see tonight, but it is quite impressive. The High Council have gobbled up a ton of land. 5,655 regional prestige. Now, the original front runners would have been Chocolate Milk and We Don't Read, but right now they're being dwarfed by the High Council. Did not expect that, but that is quite impressive. Always a good twist at the end. Chocolate Milk currently has 4,680. They will have to do quite a bit of fief questing to pass up the High Council. We Don't Read, 2,535 worth the territory here, plus the 2,000 they have from over on the capital at Haojing and at Agolia. Chaos Undivided holding out at Yumi. Then you have the Boneyard chilling at Zhaoling. Whispering Void grabbed Hong Song. No Evil holding out at Kashi. And then the Cohorts managed to keep Howling. Alright, looking at the changes tonight, we saw Dexter's Lab with 1, Undying Wolves with 3, Homegrown with 2, Black Templars with 3, Moo Crew with 2, Corsair with 1, Uwu with 1, Odin with 1, Eternum with 2, Death Guard with 1, and Vigilantes with 1. Looking at the houses of the region, we had a Liangyu Legion sitting upon the throne for one more night. Regional Dukes include Homegrown. Regional Barons include Undying Wolves, Eternum, Atlas, Black Templars, and Moo Crew. Regional Stewards include Dexter's Lab, Corsair, Ice Spartans, Soda, Vigilantes, Odin, Speak, Death Guard, and Uwu. Now, Looking at the champions, I did manage to get the script working so that you can see the extra 1,000 points per capital. So what we have here is a three-way race between the High Council with 5,655 prestige, Chocolate Milk with 4,680 prestige, and We Don't Read with 4,535 prestige. If We Don't Read wanted the first knock, they would have to pass the High Council. That's over 1,000 points that they have to earn between now and Tuesday. I seriously doubt that's happening. Alright, looking at the house rankings, we saw no new houses tonight. We did see some more level 8 houses appear. So there's your level 8 crew. Pretty soon we'll be able to see the first level 9s appear, I imagine. We have 13 level 7s and 6 level 6s. Looking at the population changes, we saw Brazil gain 8, Vela gained 7. We saw Goshki Dub lose 6, and Uwu lose 5. Looking at the top prestige gains, we have Moo Crew leading the pack with 1,365, Undying Wolves with 1,170, Aries with 1,050, Homegrown with 975, Warriors with 900, Goshki Dub with 750, Goshki with 550, Midway Kings with 450, Durandon with 450, and Bastarius with 350. As for prestige losses, Dexter's Lab gained 2,070, Atlas with 1,515, here with 975, Black Templars with 780, Vanguard with 750, Warforged 500, Brazil with 390, Eternal with 390, Infamous Misfits with 300, and Wait and Salt with 300. Looking at our top 10 houses, we have Warforged of War Crimes up top with 4,000 prestige. Hero Vexen is the liege of this house. Next up, in second place, we have Dexter's Lab of We Don't Read with 3,780 prestige. Cedrix is the liege of this house. Looking at Goshkia in third of Hibernia with 3,500 prestige. Foghladha is the liege of this house. Fourth place, we have Homegrown with the High Council with 3,315 prestige. Yorleaf's the liege of this house. Fifth place, we have Vanguard of We Don't Read with 3,000 prestige. Tong Tong is the liege of this house. Sixth place, we have Explicit of Brotherhood with 2,750 prestige. Renzion Sama is the liege of this house. Seventh place, we have Bastarius of Brotherhood with 2,250 prestige. Jose Dav is the liege of this house. Eighth place, we have Eternum of Chocolate Milk with 1,950 prestige. Dark God is the liege of this house. Ninth place, we have Undying Wolves of the High Council with 1,950 prestige. Wavius Dread is the liege of this house. 10th place, we have Atlas of We Don't Read with 1,755 prestige. Executioners is the liege of this house. That brings us around to our top 30. Go on and take a picture, see where you stack up. Alright, moving on forward, we're going to check out those alliance rankings. Tonight we had no free agents. All free agents either weren't on the board or they have joined alliances. So congratulations. Looking at the alliance changes, we saw Gus Bus Nation depart Whispering Void. I heard merger talks. Not sure, haven't confirmed it, but it sounded like they merged somewhere. Then Hydra departed the Axis Powers. Shortest stay ever. Alright, top alliance prestige gains. We had the High Council gain 2,145. Hibernia gained 1,300. Chillers with 660. Deus Volt with 450. Only Fields with 450. War Crimes with 400. Brotherhood with 400. And Chocolate Milk with 195. Whispering Void 195. And Chaos Undivided with 195. Looking at prestige losses, We Don't Read lost 4,335. No Evil lost 975. And New World Order lost 150. Looking at our top 10 alliances, we have We Don't Read in first place with 8,535 with 100,630 total seasonal claim. Dexter's Lab leads with Vanguard and Atlas. Second place, we have the High Council with 5,655 prestige, 60,320 seasonal acclaim with Homegrown leading, Undying Wolves and Ice Martins at their side. Third place goes to War Crimes with 5,300 prestige, 40,705 seasonal acclaim. Warforged leads, while Warriors is at their side. Fourth place, we have Hibernia with 5,250 prestige, seasonal acclaim of 28,000. Goshkia leads with Goshkia Dub and Order of Valor at their side. Fifth place, we have Brotherhood with 5,000 prestige, seasonal acclaim of 37,150 with Explicit leading, Bistarius and Santa Cruz at their side. Next up in sixth place, we have Chocolate Milk with 4,680 prestige, 83,525 seasonal acclaim with Black Templars leading, Eternum and Moo Crew at their side. Seventh place, we have Chillers with 3,600 prestige, 27,555 seasonal acclaim. Forbidden City leads, while Ares and Brazil are at their side. Eighth place goes to Hallowed Kings with 1,235 prestige, seasonal acclaim of 15,725. Soda leads with Corsair and Odin at their side. Ninth place goes to Deuce Volt with 750 prestige, 10,445 seasonal acclaim. Midway Kings leads with 10th Legion at their side. 10th place, we have Only Fields with 750 prestige, seasonal claim of 8,630. The Wild Hunt leads with Durandon and Infamous Misfits at their side. Brings us around to our seasonal claim board. There you go. Our top four are We Don't Read with 90,130, Chocolate Milk with 82,775, The High Council with 60,320, and Hibernia with 28,000. Taking a look at those historical rankings, our top three are Vanguard with 457,000, Eye Kingdom with 271,000, and look at this, Homegrown is prepped to pass the Eye Kingdom. They have 271,000 as well. They're just about 500 points off. And yeah, so we're going to see a little bit more movement in that top 10, no doubt. All right, taking a look at the historical acclaim for alliances, Hibernia still sits upon the throne with 649,000, lasting longer than anybody. We Don't Read with 542,000. Then Deuce Volt with 357,000. Taking a look at the renowned builders, we have Goshkia of the Houses with 10,045. Second place goes Eye Kingdom with 7,635, and then Vanguard with 5,545. Looking at the Alliance side, we have Hibernia with 21,350, Maelstrom with 8,410, and then Deuce Volt with 6,315. Alright, cruising over to the morgue real quick. Got a few disappeared houses. Inferno with 9,941, Ming with 2,350, 10th Legion with 1,560. Looking at the Alliances, Prometheus disappeared with 16,310, the Resistance disappeared with 10,000, and Silent House disappeared with 8,485. That brings us around to the close of our show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to go to gsch.info/warreport to check out past episodes and leave us some feedback. Look forward to seeing you all again soon. Have a good one, everyone. Be safe out there.
Seems to circle the other, and as you go you remain a stranger to me, to you, but our pieces left uncovered. I'm thinking about four-leaf clovers. I've got composure, silver coin. You hold me, turn me over right now, but expect to forget about it. Watches the breeze, burns gold and smoke that you've stolen. Feels like it's my fortune that you're folding. I'm swimming with the sharks. I'm swimming with the sharks. I can't tell you apart from them. You can't tell either. Will we love or fall in to me.